So in this video, we will cover strings, and at the end, we will do an activity, a group activity on string as well. String in Java and in Python is very important. Like you will see strings a lot. There are a lot of methods written, pre-built method, I would say, already written in Java, in Python, in any language. And you just have to call those methods to do some of your tasks. You will see how those methods are helping you solve computer programming questions. Let me jump on. Like, first of all, you have to understand the structure of string, like how that string, when you say hello world, hello anything, or like write 2 lines of print statement in double quotation mark, anything in Python, anything written in double quotation marks and single quotation marks is counted as a string. So there are different methods. So when you say avoid this length, this is a method. I will explain you. Double quotation marks, you say hi there. So hi, and there is a space. So at the back end, how memory is looking at your hi there is like this. So all the string starts with 0 index. There is no question why 0. I want to start with index 5. You cannot say that. This is the syntax. This is how at the back end memory works, and it's same in every programming language. In every programming language, they start with index 0. You cannot say I want to start with index 1 or 2. Whenever you say a equals to double quotation marks hello world, a equals to double quotation marks my name is this, everything starts with 0 index, and the length will be whatever, how many the letters you count will be 1 less. So even spaces, if you put space, the number of spaces is taking memory and they have their index value. Now, what is an index? Index in programming, we call it as who knows the location of your letter. So when I say hi, H is taken place at 0, and so on and so on. Everything is just like incrementing by 1. Increment means increase by 1. In programming, you will hear some terms which as a programmer you need to learn. Try to practice with your friends as well. Try to practice more of programming and computer science terms so that you sound like a good programmer, right? So increments, H1 space is also taking a place. So space has an index too. So it's not like that we are skipping the space. So if you want to know what's the index, so these 0, 1, 2, 3, they are known as indexes. Indexes are always integers. You cannot say my index will be 0.0. No. At the back end, they're always keeping it as integers, and they always go at the end, and depend on how many letters you are adding, it will automatically increase your index. So later on, for example, I say I want to add, after hi there, I want to add my name, I want to add one more statement, the indexes are automatically increasing at the back end. Okay, and the first letter is always on 0 index. Now we have methods in string which will help, or which will make your life so easier in programming. So if you want to know how many, I don't know what this variable is. For example, I say a equals to hi there. I don't know how long this a is. You may, right now, you may say like, why I want to know the one I can count. Maybe you are taking input from user. Hey, enter your name. And I don't know what name is entered because that variable is holding the name, right? Name equals to enter your name, your variable is holding. Now I want to know how big is that name, because maybe I am doing some calculation. You will do the activity at the end, which will relate. So there is a length method in string, len. So it's a short form. This is a method name. You are making a call. Len, you are passing that string. You can pass over here a variable as well. So in return, you will receive an integer. Integer because you're asking the length. And how? Okay, so take a look. How many? This is your hi there, right? But the return value is 9. Anyone want to jump in and answer like why 9? Because as you can see, the indexes are 8. But why 9?
Does it start from 1?
0. We count 0 like.
Yes. Yes. We count 0. Okay, so when it comes to the length part, you count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I want to ask, and if I say, give me the value at index 9, there is no index 9. So if you want to receive the last letter, you have to say length -1, which will give you the last letter, or what is the length of this string, length -1. So length is 9, 9 minus 1, there is your last index, 8. Because in memory, it always starts with 0, but when it comes to count how many characters are there, how many, you will see in list as well that this is how it works. So this is how the structure of the string works. Any questions so far? Because this is important. After this, there are just methods we will do and jump in on Python.
I have a question.
Yes.
So for the len function, does it return 9? Does it return the number, or does it print the number?
No, it just returned 9. So length means give me the length, and it always returns an integer.
Okay, so we can assign it for a variable?
For variable what?
Can we say
anything you have in double quotation mark? For example, I say double quotation marks 1, 2, 3. 1 is at 0 index, 2 is at index 1, 3 is at index 2. And when I say give me the length, it will return 1, 2, 3.
No, can I say like a variable, like create a new variable, equals, and then the len function?
Double quotation marks. Okay, so you were saying a equals to length, right? Okay, I have text.
Yes, a equal len, and then put a
equals length, and you're saying what should I write in length?
Just anything. Hello.
Hello. Okay. So what do you think will be the output? That's bad.
Is that going to be a equals to 5?
Yes. So far?
Yeah, I have a question. So hi there, we have a double quotation over here. So what happens if I use like a single quotation?
That will work. In Python, this will work. So that's what I was telling in the start as well. Like with Python, it's a different situation. Even if you have single quotation marks, it is counted as a string. A equals to, I will say, take the input. So whenever you want to take a string from user, you just write input, not like our previous example where we were typecasting at is, int, and float to convert them in integers. Because when you want string is like words. So even 1, 2, 3, when you enter as 1, 2, 3, it is counted as a string. You just need to remember the structure that every character in your string is holding an index value. Okay, so let's take a look what we have. Input, enter your name. If you're on your computer, try your name, because whatever you're looking at, maybe your name is different, the output will be different. And if you enter different values, it will be also different. So if I say print, and directly in print, I will call my length method, I will say length, and I will pass a. Okay, because I don't know what name user has entered. So whatever user has entered who's holding a, I want to print the length in return. Now let me run my code and see what is the output. So it says enter your name. So let me enter my name as Sayeda Nizami, and I added some space. So let's count the character and the spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I entered a space over here at the start as well. Try with your name, and the output will be an integer because it's printing the length of that string, whatever the name. So when I run again, every time output will be different. Let me write hello. And the output is 5 because this A is printing whatever the name user has entered. So your code is good in terms of as a programmer, because it works for every input or every name, I would say. I want you to print the first, I don't know what name is this, right? I don't know, maybe next time any student, Michael, enter his name, or I want to enter the name of, I have Yahya, Natalia, like I can enter any name. So every time it should print the first character of that name. So print and first character, where I can find the first character in my string. Where is the first character? Zero index. Zero index, right? So what I will do is, who is holding the name? This A is holding the name. So inside of print, I will write A and square brackets. In square brackets, I will write the index, which is 0, and whatever the name is entered, print the first letter of that name, which will be at 0 index. Run my code and enter your name. Let me enter Sayeda, and then first it is printing the length of my name, and then it's printing S, the first character of my name. Okay, and in the same way, you can change the index number. Every time it will print a different depending on what how long is your name and what index you have written, it will print that character. So let's change it to, let's say 3, run, and now enter your name. And now 0, 1, 2, and 3. And when it comes to printing, it starts with 0, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So D is the third index. So in this box, like in square brackets, you are writing the indexes. How to get the last character of your name, or any, I'm just writing enter your name, but it can be anything. It can be enter a file name, enter enter your address, or enter your phone number, and you are printing the last digit, print the last digit, last 4 digit of social security, or print the last 4 digits. So you can use in multiple ways, which you will see right now how. So
-1.
-1. So you will do -1, you run the code, enter your name. So this time, so this -1 will work for every name. You don't need to know the index. You just write -1 and the last character of my name is A, and it is printing A. Okay, there are tons of methods. Try to memorize it on your fingertips, because you will be using a lot in these programming questions. And when you practice, you can right now see and go back in your PowerPoint slides or Google it right now that, okay, what is the method? But you should know that there are methods exist, and how to combine and make the output, which is based on your last group activity. So I really want to cover everything so that you can jump on the activity. It's just about the activity, is just about how you use all these methods to get that output. So let's take a look. For example, if you want to, now we want to slice for substring. So let's change it. Instead of enter your name, I will, so when you get this part, so the file name from user, it can be any file name. And then what you have to do is equals to print. For example, you want to print the whole string, whatever the string is, you will say inside, you will use square brackets, you will say 0 and colon. Okay, so 0 and colon means that you want to print the whole thing. Okay, so let me update A, let's say B equals to this part. 0 colon and your square brackets close. Okay, over here write the string name A. I'm assigning a new string. Okay, so this new string, what this will do is you are saying whatever A is holding, whatever the file A is holding or the name A is holding, print the whole thing. Just print B, run, and file extension myfile.txt, enter, and it is printing my whole string. Now, for example, you say, I just want the first character. The other way of getting it, starting from 0 index and 1. 1 is exclusive and 0 is inclusive. So 0 means this method is useful getting a substring. So for example, remember my name Sayyida Nizami, and I just want the middle part of my name, or the starting, I just want from index 3 to index 5, just like this. For example, this, from there you have this option to do this, that 0 is inclusive, include that index, 1 is exclusive, don't include it, stop over here. Okay, so 0 and 1, what this will print is my first character of my name. So if I write Sayyida, the output is S. So let's change 1 to something else. Okay, so let's change 1 to 3, 0 to 3. So is the index, 0 is also the index, 3 is exclusive, like don't count index 3, stop before this index. So this is 0 index, S will be printed, Y is index 1, Y will be printed, 2 is index, E is in the index 2, it will be printed, D is index 3, so it means don't count 3. So the output will be SYE. Let's run. Output is SYE. So this is known as substring. So now over here, for example, I say don't start from 0, start with index 2 and stop at index 3. What will be the output?
Letter E.
Letter E. So 0, index 2, 0, 1, 2. Yes, letter E, run. SYEDA. You can type your name if you're on PyCharm, try, and you just need to understand the concept of indexes. As you can see, the output is letter E. Now, for example, it is asking, for example, you jumping on to the previous part, enter a file name with extension. Remove it. Let's see. Okay, so this is the part. Okay, so what I will do is enter the extension. So the extension is .txt. So whatever the file name is, I just want to see the extension. So what I will do is I will say last. I have to get the last extension always comes at the end. So I will say -3 and colon. So -3, whenever you use negative with a number, it means the last part of that file name. So let's enter myfile.txt and enter, and txt is the extension. Or I would write a statement over here along with my variable name that the extension of this file is B, and it will print the extension of the file is txt. So that it's easier for you to say. So for example, I want to count any character in my string. So I'm creating C, another variable equals to, I will call my string name, which is A. I will say dot, and I will say count what, for example, and it's a string, right? So I have to enter a string. For example, I have to say what my SYEDA. So let's say count E in my name, or you can enter anything. Okay, so I'm just changing enter file name instead of enter anything. Enter anything, you can enter, this code will work. So enter anything, I will write SYEEDA. So how many E? My code is looking for E in my code, and it will print E. Oh, sorry, I forgot to print. Don't forget to print C to see the output as well. So it's not printing, and without double quotation marks, we have to print C because it is holding a value in which needs to be printed. So enter anything, let's enter SYEEDA. So it's, as you can see, the second print statement is printing number of E, or counting the character that many times it occurred in my string. So to count how many E you have, how many A you have in your string, you can use count, and inside double quotation marks, you will write whatever you're looking for. And then, for example, you have a word named split. Okay, so what this method does, D equals to A dot split, and it will split your words. Let's take a look with the spaces. So A dot split, and okay, what did I do over here? So I'm just removing remove. I'm also removing this P, so that just for a lesser confusion what this extra print statements are doing. Now my D is splitting my words, so it means I have to write multiple statements. So that's how it will split each of them. Print D, and then run my code and enter anything. Say the Nizami, enter. As you can see, it has split my one string, depending on the spaces I have. So if I run again and I enter multiple words and I enter my major is computer science and enter, as you can see, each and every word is separated and is split into, like, whatever the string was, all the string holding words is separated, which have any space between them, right? And then what we have is we have done split. We have a couple of Boolean which returns true and false. So you just, for example, you want to check whether your string, which is, instead of creating extra variable A dot, I'm calling starts, it should display me A dot. Okay, it doesn't show me right now. Starts with and ends with. So if I say starts with hi, so it will return true if my string starts with hi. So it will only return true and false. So let's say I'm writing Sayyida Nizami. So it says false because it's not starting with hi. So let's run again, and I say hi there, and again it's false. As you can see, Java is case sensitive. You said capital H. So let's run, and I entered small h. So let's run again. And now let's enter the right one. Hi there. Now enter, as you can see, it says true because now it says starts with. Again, jumping on to my one program can be done in many multiple ways. It's not like your code has to be same. So you can check for the plural words, just like the previous example I told you, like check the last character. You know how to check the last character, or you can say, I can use the same print statement. A dot ends with.
Can you do a comment there too, so you can have multiples? Like
to
hi
check
there,
with,
but
no,
lowercase.
one.
No comma.
No comma. Ends with, for example, I say S. So if my string ends with S, it means it's a plural. So let's say ends with SYEDA. It doesn't end with S, so it's false. Cars, it ends with S, so its return is true. So these are all the methods which will tell you, like it makes your life easier to do your coding. You just have to write one piece of code and you're all done. Also convert whatever is entered into lowercase, uppercase, and you can also replace. So quickly, it's 42. There's so much method right now. Okay, print a dot lowercase. You just have to say a dot lowercase, enter and run, and enter anything. For example, I have to enter uppercase letter, SYEDA, and when I enter, okay, STR, sorry. And you're making it quick. So let's take a look. Not lowercase, it's just lower. In Java, it's lowercase. Hopefully it works. Yeah. Okay. So it's just lower, and it will print, say, the everything you have in lowercase letter. It may be a challenge, and same goes with the uppercase. So if you say whatever the name user has entered, make it as uppercase, and make sure Java is case sensitive. So I have put capital U, it's not capital U. Every method is in small case. Run, and I have to write in lowercase letter, and it will convert into uppercase, anything which I have written so far. This is your question. Write a program that outputs a person's gangster name. So this is just a fun activity, okay? So you are asking user to enter, this is your example output. You're asking enter your first name, enter your last name. You have an option to take one name and then just ask both first name and last name in the same string, or you can do it in two strings, okay? And then what you have to print is, you will take first initial of that name, make it capital, you will add Diddy, is just a string, and then you will take the last name, do it all caps, and then you will add the first name, and then hyphen, and then Izzle. Izzle and Diddy are just like, and this is your gangster name. So whatever the name, your code should work for any name. One of the partner, or if you have multiple person using your computer, you can do it in your different, on your Python as well. Try to run, do a discussion, share your code with each other. So that is just, the points are based on your activity, okay? So your gangster name is MDD Simpson Marge Izzle. So if I enter Sayyeda Nizami, it should print for my name as well.